about for a bit, but it's quiet in her room now, so I guess she went back to sleep.
Did you check on her?
No.
What if she fell or something?
I would have heard a thud.
Right. Maybe I'll check up on her.
Lydia, don't wake the woman. She never sleeps enough as it is. And right now, I am sure she could use some rest.
True. Is Sam coming today?
Yeah, and his girlfriend.
He's still with that therapist?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Mom's gonna love that.
I remember a few summers ago when Mom confiscated those shrooms Sam and I had. 4th of July barbecue.
How can I forget?
I guess he forgot to throw them out. She forgot to throw them out. I found them hidden way back in the cupboard behind Grandma and Grandpa's good china.
I am hoping you threw them out.
Nah, I put them right back where I found them.
Why? Not like Mom left them there intentionally so she could get high one day.
I know.
I wonder if shrooms can go bad.
No idea. But they just looked right back there in the Ziploc bag. Oh, by the way, Rodney and Doug came over last night.
Mom still doesn't realize they're a couple?
Nope.
Rodney has been her best friend since high school, lives next door, with his partner, and she still has no clue.
Nope. And you don't dare suggest to her that they're a couple, or she'll scold you and point out it's wrong to badmouth people.
The therapist is going to love her.
It was so embarrassing last year. Fred and I were hosting that Oscar party, and Mom spent the whole evening watching the TV saying, "Oh, look, there's a queer. Oh, there's another one." And, of course, Rodney and Doug were both there. It seemed so uncomfortable.
I can imagine. I don't get the homophobia.
Mom insists that he and his friend are just two confirmed old bachelors living together.
They sleep in the same room.
How do you know that?
One New Year's, they left the curtains open. My room faces there. Well, I got a show.
Really?
Don't be disgusting. They're our parents' age.
So? I've dated guys that age.
Oh, I see. You're still using a very literal definition of the word dating there.
What are you looking for?
Did you make any extra coffee?
I wasn't sure when you'd be here today.
What if Mom wanted coffee when she woke up?
She's not Amish. She knows how to make her own.
Damn it. The woman just lost her husband.
So, we lost a father.
Not the same thing.
You lost a father. I lost a stepfather. And you're right. It's not the same thing.
Midge.
Mom chose to bring that man into her life.
Don't. This is not the time.
Hey, I had no say in it. We were happy living with Grandma and Grandpa till Mom met him.
Mom never got along all that well with Grandma, so pretty sure she wasn't all that happy living there.
Fine. Well, I was happy, okay? Is that what you wanted to hear? I'm a selfish person who makes everything about me.
I didn't say that.
You don't need to say it. You have no poker face.
I did not come here to have a fight today.
Oh, well, I guess it's all my fault as usual then. Shit. Wow, just wow. I just don't think I've ever seen you lose it.
Oh God, I am sorry.
No. I'm sorry. It's just, he's up all night.
Wow. We got more condolence cards?
Yep. Who knew your father was so loved by the community?
Will you stop calling him that, please?
Fine. I'll go back to calling him Tony.
Okay.
How was the concert last night?
It was good. How and I spent the night at his cousin's.
And?
Mitch, I'm not you. I'm not doing that until I'm married.
Oh, right.
I stayed in the guest room. Howard slept on the living room sofa. And that's all.
You know, as far as Mom's concerned, he's a pagan who has made you deviate from your calling. So you two could do it all the time anywhere you wanted, actually.
Again, I'm not you. I'm never going to be caught in Dad's car at 1 a.m. in the driveway.
It's funny when Dad turned the hose on and go, wasn't it?
Not funny, mortifying.
High school quarterback running down the neighborhood road, unable to pull his pants up over his ankles, as Tony chases him, screaming and cursing.
God, none of the neighbors complained.
Oh, would it matter? Tony knew all the cops in the area and was a volunteer firefighter. Town hero. Nothing he couldn't get away with.
You know, it's not fair how Mom views Howard. When Howard's family first moved in next door, she loved him. He was always doing yard work for her, and she would fix him meals.
Yes, but then he had the audacity to ask you to a movie.
I said no, but Mom insisted that I should go out with him that one time. Young lady, she said to me, it's very rude to say no when a boy asks you out.
So you dating Howard and choosing not to be a nun, like Mom always wanted for you, is really all her fault then?
Not what I'm saying.
Oh, look at little Miss Feminist trying to play the victim.
Nobody plays the victim better than you do. Anyway, she seems to think after her living a life of debauchery, me becoming a nun somehow be her get into heaven free card. Like I'm her atonement or something.
As if living a life of debauchery is something to atone for anyhow.
Oh, Lydia, you're here early.
Hi, Mom.
Midge, I thought I told you to wake me up this morning.
I thought you needed your rest.
Such a thoughtful daughter. And you, Lydia, how's the heathen you were out with all night?
We went to a concert and spent the night at his cousin's.
Oh.
Sam's coming today.
Oh, Midge, you failed to tell me that. I hope we'll have enough food for the moose.
Will you stop calling him Moose?
What? It's just a harmless nickname. Ned eats like a moose. I'm his mother. I know that better than anyone.
Oh, will you look at the time? I better be going. I gotta run to the bank.
Just once. It would be nice if you would just stick around for a little mother-daughter chat.
Well, I'm here.
Yes. Well, I gotta go get ready for the hordes before the hordes show up and tell me what a wonderful man your father was. They didn't have to live with him.
Ma, you need help with anything?
No, I'm fine. Thanks, though.
There is a knock at the door. Lydia answers. Enter Howard carrying a scarf.
You left this in my car.
Howard, thank you.
Who plays the piano?
My mother. She doesn't play a lot, mostly when she's alone. I have walked in on her playing a few times.
She any good?
Good would be an understatement. She was a child prodigy, actually.
I didn't know that.
She used to play at Carnegie Hall when she was 8.
What happened?
She had stage fright, couldn't play a note, and then never played in front of a group of people again.
Can you play?
Oh God, no. I wish I could. I wanted lessons, but Mom and Dad said it would be a total waste of money, so that was that.
Well, look at it, the Protestant boy.
Do you need anything?
Actually, Howard, can you run down to the general store, bring me some ham, some Swiss cheese, and like potato and macaroni salad?
Sure.
Okay.
Mother goes to the bar and gets her purse, taking out some money and handing it over to Howard.
Keep the change.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Mom, you do like him after all.
Lydia, he's a very fine boy for a Protestant. But you were going to be married to Christ. Christ! Do you see what a come down this is for you?
Mom, have you seen some of the nuns at the school you sent me to? Would you really want your daughter sharing a husband with some of those crazy old hags?
Okay. You have my blessing. Continue to live a life of sin. Just when you're punished by the Almighty for forsaking Him, don't come crying to me about it.
Mother and Lydia sit down at the dining room table and begin looking through the old photos.
Who's this?
Oh my God, I can't believe it. I thought I had no photos left of him. Yeah.
Oh, the guy you were engaged to when you were 17?
Yeah. Why don't you go through something? I just need to be alone right now.
You sure you want to be alone?
Oh, there's my younger self. I remember oftentimes drove my mother nuts playing that thing.
Lenore! Stop playing that thing. Can't you hear the phone ring? You can be such a foolish girl sometimes. And that damn cat of yours threw up in the hallway again. Hello? Oh, hi, Estelle. What's going on? What? Are you sure it's my husband? Okay, I'm sorry. Where does he seem to be headed? Don't worry, I'll send Lenore out immediately to bring him home. Good God, that man is going to be the death of me, I just know it. Lenore?
Yes, Mom, what is it?
It's your father.
Has it been all the sauce again?
Good Lord, why would you ever get the nerve to say something like that about your father? I swear. Children today just have no respect whatsoever.
So, what about that?
He's apparently walking around the neighborhood wearing an Indian blanket. Just an Indian blanket.
I didn't think I suggested he was drunk.
No time for your smart math now, young lady. He apparently is heading toward the hardware store. Can you go fetch him, please?
Yes.
And don't slam that door. Foolish girl. Foolish girl.
Mom, you missed it. Dad just totally flashed Reverend Walsh outside the church.
That's appalling.
I don't know, Molly. The Reverend seemed to look at me in a rather envious manner.
Young lady, don't you have some homework you should be doing right now?
I read it. You know, Dad, maybe we ought to pray for the good Reverend.
You and Eric got engaged. You do not sound like a woman who is fit for marriage. You sound like a very silly little schoolgirl whose parents have spared the rod way too often.
But she wants to pray for the Reverend's rod. I think that means we're doing something right.
That's enough from both of you. Lenore, go get your father some coffee. Black.
Doorbell.
Close, Karen, very close, but no. Hello? Yes, Lenore's right here. Want me to get her? Oh, okay, I'll take a message then. No, there has to be a mistake. It can't be. Oh, God. Yes, well, thank you for calling. Lenore?
I'm sorry, the coffee is still not ready.
Never mind the coffee.
What did I do?
You know what? I'm not going to say anything. You put a roof over my head. You've been a damn good provider. I'm lucky to have you.
Wow, what happened?
Just go put on some pants or something.
Mom, what's going on?
That was Mr. Sutton on the phone just now.
Eric's father? What happened? What's going on?
Eric's been in an accident. He rear-ended a big rig and
Oh my God, is he okay? Is he going to be okay? He didn't survive. I'm so sorry. He just turned 18. He has his whole life ahead of him.
I know. If you need anything.
No, thanks. I think I just need to be alone for a while.
I heard out in the hall.
Yeah.
She's a tough kid. She's gonna be okay.
I hope.
We're a family of survivors. Every generation.
Speaking of your side of the family again, I take it?
Yes. My early ancestors were druids. Priests performing rituals in the mountains as the Romans invaded the motherland. We persevered.
Oh, no, this old tale again?
We were lords and royal consorts for centuries before peasant uprising. We fled to the wild west of the United States. We went from being royal nobility to cattle thieves.
So basically, royalty without the titles.
Well, yeah.
Karen dear, there's a fine line between being a survivor and being damaged.
I would rather be a damaged survivor than a perpetual victim any day of the week.
I'll get it. Sam!
Hey sis, Mom, Midge, everyone. I would like you to meet Sylvia.
Hi, Sylvia. I'm Midge, Sam's big sister and protector.
Don't let her fool you, Sylvia. Midge used to torture me when we were kids.
Hi, I'm Sam's other sister, Lydia. Midge used to torture me too.
Sylvia, don't believe a word of what they're telling you. I was always the nice one in the family. Isn't that right, Mom?
Oh sure, just like Cain was the good child in his family. Sam, I just can't.
Can't what, Mom?
Your hair, it's so...
Long? My hair is long. Yes, I know.
Sorry, I guess I just thought I always had 2 daughters, but now it looks like I have 3. I guess I'll just have to adjust.
Yeah, you will.
By the way, Sam, do you know if shrooms can go bad?
No idea. Why?
No reason.
I've heard so much about all of you.
Well, it must be nice to be kept in the loop by Sam.
Well, thank you.
You guys are staying for dinner tonight?
Yes. I guess so.
Yes.
Ma.
Thanks for the invite.
As I was saying before, my son has never been all that good at keeping me in the loop, but at least he's extending the courtesy to others. Glad to meet you.
Sylvia, don't let our mother get to you. It's just her weird sense of humor.
Weird sense of humor, Midge. I'm not the one who listens to those Mort Saul records and finds them funny.
Can I get anyone anything?
Typical. First sight of tension, and there's my sister, gleefully playing the role of Cinderella.
Midge, would you then say you identify with the ugly stepsisters?
Sam, I thought we discussed this. To discuss my feelings about this.
Feelings about what?
I think Sam is demonstrating microaggression by imitating what I do for a living and then hiding behind the idea that he was just kidding.
And why would I be demonstrating such an attitude?
Because in the patriarchy, a woman who is more educated and makes a good living is seen as a threat.
But I find it hot.
Really?
Okay, what the hell is a microaggression?
Microaggression. Basically, it's when somebody says or does something that is an indirect attack on a member of a marginalized group. In my case, a professional woman.
Oh, you kids with your new fancy ways of doing things. Back in my day, people had balls, just directly insulted you right to your face.
Progress?
Go get a real coffee, dear. I'm getting to know my son's latest flame.
Yes, Mom.
Call me old-fashioned, but I think a straight insult is far better than a...
Microaggression?
Yeah, that's the word. I mean, it's a cute word, but what good is insulting somebody if they might not pick up on the insult?
Mom, can I talk to you for a moment, please?
Yes, my son, of course.
I don't know what it is you think you're doing, but it better stop now.
What? What's the issue here?
You were grilling Sylvia. I don't know why you have to take an instant disliking to her, but you...
I have done no such thing. She seems like a perfectly lovely person. You're just making issues where there clearly are no issues.
I will not stand here and be gaslit by the likes of you.
Gaslit?
It's okay. Your mother just lost lost a husband. She's feeling a lot of conflicting emotions and probably isn't in any shape mentally to manipulate people. She's just raw and herself. And that's okay, because it's all part of the grieving process, okay?
You're right. Mom, I'm sorry.
It's okay, I understand.
Mother, Sam, and Sylvia sit at the dining room table as Lydia comes in from the kitchen carrying a tray with coffee, cups, milk, and sugar. Lydia begins to serve everyone like a waitress.
I love your home.
Oh, thank you. And I love that outfit you're wearing. So feminine. A lot of women these days seem to be shunning femininity. I'd like to see a woman who can embrace her womanliness and flaunt it. You go, girl.
Well, thank you.
So, Moose, I hope you brought that behemoth-sized appetite of yours.
You call your own son Moose? He has body images, you know.
Don't we all? It's just a little joke.
Mom, to be honest, I don't really find it funny.
I'll grow a pair.
Sam, how does it make you feel now hearing your mother pretty much dismissing your emotions like this?
Oh shit, you're one of those headstring people, aren't you? Gotta love it.
I'm sorry, I thought you knew.
No, I just assumed, I don't know, you were a poet or a writer or a teacher or something. Sorry. Again, Sam really hasn't told us anything about you.
I'm sorry, I know this might be awkward, but I find family dynamics fascinating.
Then stick around, because this is going to be one hell of a case study.
So, Sylvia, what's your family like? Do you have any brothers or sisters? Are your parents still together?
Dad left when I was a baby.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
Could have been worse. Dad could have been drunk all the time and been violent towards those kids.
Well, we wouldn't know anything about that now, would we?
Midge, shush.
So, how much have you had to drink so far today, Midge?
No more than you, old woman.
Yeah, but some of us can actually hold our liquor, dear. I'm one of those people. I do not feel the need to act out and be the center of attention just because I am, well, not that I am, but that I could be, drunk, if I was made of weaker stock, of course.
Oh, so I come from weaker stock.
Yeah, your father was a teetotaler.
Nothing wrong with that. I don't drink either.
Well, congratulations.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend.
Sam, I like her. She's nervous. The last one you had dated didn't care what kind of impression she made to anyone.
Mom, for Christ's sake, stuff it.
Excuse me?
Nothing, I'm sorry.
It's fine, Moose. I've come to expect a total lack of respect from you.
Can't we all be under one roof without the knives coming out?
Lydia, you're being far too sensitive. We're all just having fun here.
Yeah, have a drink. Loosen up, Aunt Agatha.
Stop calling me that.
Sis, she was your favorite aunt growing up.
Yes, Lydia kind of idolized Aunt Agatha.
Oh?
Well, her great aunt, really. She's a nun with the Sisters of Our Lady of Perpetual Joyous Sorrow.
Joyous sorrow?
That's an oxymoron if I ever heard one. Military intelligence.
Sam, your father was in the military. He stormed the beach at Normandy, and the night before his burial, you're gonna make cracks like that?
He didn't mean anything by it.
Oh, so you speak for him now? Like you know what's going on in his head?
Mom, she is a therapist, so yeah, she should know what's going on in his head.
Joyous sorrow is not an oxymoron. It's a concept. That there can be beauty in suffering, that there can be beauty in pain. God sees that beauty. Christ sees that beauty. But no, your generation doesn't have time for concepts like that anymore. You scoff at religion, you scoff at our men fighting and dying overseas, you mock what is traditional.
Again, I'm sorry,
Sylvia, are you sure you don't want to start drinking now?
yeah, I'm sure.
Wow. What a great sense of humor from little Miss Psychoanalysis over there.
Shh, behave. Besides, us talking in the corner might make her think we're lesbians or something.
Great, then maybe she'll want to try a three-way with us.
Midge!
Oh, please, Lydia, look at her. There's no way she hasn't dipped her toe into the lady pool 100 times. And Sam is too clueless to realize she's just pretending to be into him so she can pass for normal.
Whatever normal means.
That psycho monster!
What happened?
George. He worked for my father.
But Lenore, I thought things were different between you and your mother now. You told me the two of you were getting along better now since, well...
We were.
So what happened?
He had worked for my father for years. It's actually kind of funny. He was almost 20 years my senior, but I always kind of had a crush on him. On me.
Always?
I guess I always thought he was kind of cute too. He was so shy though. But when I was 8 years old, I jokingly asked him if he would want to be my knight in shining armor and marry me someday.
Yeah, Mom. Such an empowering outlook on life there.
Oh, can the feminist stuff for one day, Lydia. Like you're not dreaming of the day Howard gets a good job and whisks you away from all of this to take you to his split-level colonial in the clouds.
Remember when you were 8? I told you I thought you were the most beautiful creature I had ever laid eyes upon. And that I would wait for you to grow up before I would ask you to marry me?
He said that when you were 8? And he was 24.
Have you ever heard of the term grooming?
I know about grooming and such things. I wasn't born yesterday. I watched Phil.
Phil?
Donahue?
Oh, him. I don't have much time or use for television.
It wasn't grooming here. Part, and he was very sweet and shy man. Very happy-go-lucky, actually.
I caught a little of Donahue's show the other day. I wasn't that impressed. He had this tiresome blowhard on the show who just went on and on and on. And Phil couldn't control the guests or rein her in at all. It was all rather sad.
Excuse me, I think I need to go for a walk. Sylvia, care to join?
Yes, a walk might be good.
Why don't you go ahead of me? I have one thing I need to say.
All right. Don't be long.
Mom, I mean it. And Midge, both of you, stop picking fights with Sylvia. I'm almost sorry I came here today. When we get back, I want you both to be on your best behavior, damn it.
She must be able to do amazing things to him in bed.
Lydia! Why, really? Honey, I felt you were a suitable bride for Christ.
Does he honestly not see that she's just a...
George, I came home from school today to find Mom had gotten rid of my cat.
What do you mean, get rid of?
She won't tell me.
I'm sure she just gave it to someone who she knew would love it as much as you did, and I mean, she wouldn't want to see your cat harmed in any way, would she?
I don't know.
Perhaps she just doesn't want you going to the people she gave it to. Maybe they had a child who loves that cat and...
George, get real. It's only been 3 or 4 hours, and I am not a child. I don't need everything to be sugar-coated. Jesus Christ, I'm practically a widow at 17, and you're acting all, I don't know.
I know. I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I just hate seeing you in such a state.
Oh, hey Mom, remember I told you about that box I found in the garage? Want to come take a look?
Yeah, sure.
What box?
I need to get the hell out of this house.
Lenore,
I need to be somewhere away from that soul-draining harpy.
my offer still stands.
What offer?
The offer I made when you were younger, about one day being your knight in shining armor.
George.
I know, there's normally a ring involved here, and I will get you one, I swear. The prettiest one I can afford.
George, you're being ridiculous. I couldn't possibly. Look, this is the sweetest gesture anyone has ever made towards me. It really is. And I could easily say yes, but...
But what?
Well, for starters, you work for my father.
So?
You run off with his only daughter. He will be furious.
I don't care. He can fire me if he likes. Nobody has understood me the way you do. You have always had the ability to lift me when I am down, and I didn't realize this until last year at your parents' annual Christmas party, when you and Eric first announced your engagement.
Realized what?
My heart sank.
Excuse me?
I realized that I'm actually in love with you.
Oh. Wow.
At first, I always thought of our flirtations as a joke, nothing more.
Same. Although I did always find it cute. For an old guy, of course.
I'm sorry, Missy. What was that you just said? I haven't been able to hear a lick since 1922.
You are a very sweet man, and you deserve someone who will make you happy. Not just a pity case.
I know who will make me happy. I'm asking you to share the rest of our lives together. I wouldn't be doing that if you were just a pity case.
People are going to judge us.
I don't care what anyone thinks.
I'm not sure if I could handle the judgment.
Yeah, I get that. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to put pressure on you or anything.
I wasn't feeling any kind of pressure there at all. You're fine.
Lenore then notices something on the floor by the piano, a cat toy.
Lenore, what is it?
It's his favorite toy. He was always playing with it, and
I'm sorry,
I can just picture my mother tomorrow making breakfast and calling all of us downstairs, and I never come down. She goes up to my room, gently tapping at my door. Lenore, you stupid girl, wake up. She opens the door and finds I'm not there.
I guess that would be a cruel thing to do to your mother.
Yes, well.
I'm sorry for suggesting we do something like that to them.
George?
Yes?
When I came home from school today, my cat wasn't waiting for me by the front door as he usually would. I then checked his pillow on the living room floor. He wasn't there either. He wasn't in my room or in my brother's room. I searched the house and the yard, worried sick about him before that psycho mother of mine just nonchalantly said, "Oh, I finally got rid of him." I would love for her to experience the horror of running around looking for me, wondering what the hell happened.
Why don't we grab a bite to eat or something? Just to get out of this house for a bit.
Not really hungry right now.
That's okay, that's okay. If you'd like to be alone right now, I get that too. You have my number. Just give me any time you want to talk. Give me a call.
George, did you really mean everything you said before?
Yes, I did, but...
So the offer still stands?
Yes, but...
Although I can't imagine marrying a man I've never kissed. What happens if we're forever stuck with each other and when we have no chemistry? No spark?
You know what? I said way too much before that I shouldn't have. I got carried away and...
I guess there is chemistry.
More than a mere spark, I would say.
So how about it? Why don't we elope?
But what about people judging us?
Let them.
Box that wasn't there before now sits on the floor by the dining room table, which has been set for dinner.
I'm sorry for that off on the butt, Mitch.
It's fine. You sure you don't want to drag on this stuff?
Well, maybe a puff.
Atta girl. Wow, it's wrong. It's good shit.
Also, I'm sorry for insinuating anything with your father, you know, grooming.
It's fine, it's fine. He wasn't, of course. But the age difference was weird. Even back in the 1930s. Kids were swallowing live goldfish back then for fun.
Yeah, crazy times back then.
Unlike today.
So how long were your parents married for?
Mom and Dad's marriage only lasted about 6 years.
What happened?
He died when I was a baby.
I'm just saying, I know you consider your company to be one big happy family, but think.
George died on the job. Lenore is owed compensation, I believe.
What did your grandfather do for a living?
They delivered furniture. Dad fell down a flight of stairs while delivering a couch. Banged his head too hard.
Oh shit. Sorry for your loss.
Thank you. Again, I was very young. I don't really remember any of this. I do remember Mom always saying that the years living with him were the happiest years of her life.
That's cool.
He apparently doted on her and worshipped her like a goddess. Like, what woman wouldn't want that?
You have always been a smart businessman. Why stop being one right now? This is why you need to do everything I tell you to do. Tomorrow is George's funeral. Have our daughter sign the papers that deny her any of his life insurance.
She has a job at a candy store. Do you really think she makes that kind of money that she needs to support herself and her child, to put a roof over her head?
If she has any trouble making ends meet, she can always move back in here with us. She can stay in her old room. Her daughter can use our son's old room now that he's away at college.
Still,
I am the heart of this household. I am the heart of this family. Trust me, I know what's best for everyone.
Mom and I eventually moved in with my grandparents.
And how were those days?
It was good. Grandma doted on me. Mom and her never got along that well, but I never figured out what the issues there were.
What is it? What was in those boxes Mitch found?
A bunch of old junk that belonged to my father. Fishing lures, pinups he must have had during the war, and then the weirdest thing.
Lydia pulls a sketchbook out of the big box on the floor.
What is it?
A sketchbook. Apparently, my father used to sketch.
Seriously? He had an artistic side?
Take a look for yourself.
Wow. He was actually not bad. And you had no idea that he had this?
No, I just knew Dad as a moody and sometimes violent psycho he had to walk on eggshells around.
Where is everyone?
Midge is becoming besties with Sam's girlfriend, which I don't get at all. Mom's making dinner, Sam's at the local pub, most likely getting reacquainted with his best pal, Jack Daniels.
My parents were thinking of coming to the service tomorrow, if that's alright.
Sure, why wouldn't it be alright?
I don't know, I was just worried your mother might not like them there.
My mother likes your parents. She likes you, actually.
Oh?
It's just the concept of you she's not so nuts about.
What are you talking about?
Her free ticket to heaven in that state, the longer I date you.
Have you told her about the ring yet?
Howard, good God, no. This is certainly not the time.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But I am keeping it close to my heart.
I love you.
Rodney, Doug, Mom will be so happy to see the two of you.
And who's this?
Howard, Rodney and Doug. Rodney and Doug, Howard, my...
Oh yes, we know all about him. Lenore was talking up a storm about him the other day.
Don't worry. Lenore might eventually like you one day.
Lydia, you told me that she already...
Oh, Howard, seriously, they're joking.
And these here are our next door neighbors, Rodney and Douglas.
Nice to meet the two of you. I'm Sylvia.
My new favorite kid sister. One should always upgrade one's siblings now and again.
Okay,
Midge, seriously. What the hell got into you?
You told me to play nice, so I'm trying diplomacy. Maybe Sylvia will be less of a snarky little twat waffle with Mom if I make her feel like she's somehow on the inside.
She's dating Sam.
Yes, and considering how Mom and Sam have always been with each other, that would clearly put Sylvia on the outside of the family now, wouldn't it?
I guess. I don't know.
You're the one in the family who keeps up with politics. Really, I think if anyone would get the game I'm playing right now, it would be you. But no, I guess it's gone way over your head.
I never liked playing games.
That's too bad. Games can be fun.
I can't. I'm sorry, but I just can't right now.
Trouble in paradise.
Midge.
Rodney has been really moody the past 2 weeks, and he keeps biting my head off, and he won't tell me what's bugging him. We have never had problems communicating before.
Maybe my new kid sister can help.
Midge. No.
Did I mention she's my favorite?
Lydia is your sister?
I can never tell with her. I can never tell.
She's a therapist.
And your mother's okay with having one of those in her house?
That was my reaction too.
Rodney, Doug, why didn't anybody tell me you guys were here?
We just got here. How you holding up?
I'm doing okay. Doug, thanks for asking. Oh my God, Rodney, I totally forgot to tell you.
What?
Guess who I ran into the other day? Dooley. He just moved back into town, inherited his parents' old house.
Yeah, I heard.
Who?
Dooley. He grew up with us just around the block when we were kids. He and Rodney have been like best friends since they were 3 or 4.
Funny. He never mentioned him.
Yeah, well, not all friendships last.
True.
Hey, know what? Who wants a mojito? They were always my specialty.
Rodney jumps behind the wet bar and begins making drinks.
Look, I'm gonna do a little more sorting out in the garage before dinner, okay?
Wouldn't you like a mojito first?
Nah, sorry, I'm trying to cut down. I'm trying to be kinder to my liver.
When did you ever start caring about your liver?
Like I was saying, Dooley and Rodney were best friends, getting into all sorts of trouble.
We weren't that close, Lenore.
Then, all of a sudden, I think the summer of 36, they stopped speaking.
Why'd they stop speaking?
Nobody knows. Rodney would never discuss it. Actually, he told me that Dooley's family moved out of town because his father supposedly got a new job. But come fall, I bumped into Dooley a couple times. They never moved.
That's fascinating.
Yeah, well, Rodney was never a good liar.
Oh, I don't know. I think he's very good at hiding things.
What?
Nothing.
The mojitos are almost done. La la la.
Sam, what the hell are you doing?
Wait, let me handle this.
Lydia, I have to finish dinner. Mind helping me in the kitchen?
Of course not, Mom.
You boys don't mind me leaving you alone for a little while, do you?
No, not at all.
Mojito?
Not right now, thanks.
Where did you learn how to make mojitos?
Lenore's friend Brenda was dating a Cuban for a while, and he taught me.
Oh, sure. It was someone Brenda was seeing.
Yes.
Oh, fine. Okay, then.
What's with you?
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire.
Hello? Oh, Estelle. Can you believe it? War. War! What was that? No, Lenore's here talking Midge in upstairs. Brenda? I don't know where Brenda is. Oh, right, yes, she and Lenore do like that place, so she's probably there. Don't worry. I'll send Lenore to get Brenda right now. Lenore, get down here.
Mom, I just got Mitch to sleep.
That was Estelle on the phone. Her Brenda told her she was hanging out with you tonight.
Well, it's obvious she's not.
I know. I know. But I need you to go drive down to the bar and get her.
Fine.
Thank you.
Brenda, just so only right now.
Rodney, are you happy?
What?
I mean with us.
What kind of question is that?
It's a chicken shit question, that's what it is. Because I'm too scared to ask what I really want to ask.
What the hell?
Are you seeing anyone?
Fuck no! What the hell would make you say something like that?
Do you love me?
Seriously, this is not the time and place for this conversation.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I know how ashamed you are of your lifestyle.
I'm not ashamed.
Why is our love our deep, dark, dirty secret?
Shit. Can we do this some other time? Before everyone comes in, I have no interest in putting some fucking floor show on for everyone.
Fine!
Whatever.
Wow.
What?
It's suddenly quiet in here. Almost too quiet.
Look, I know I've been on edge, and I do owe you an explanation.
Does this have anything to do with your old friend who just moved back to town?
Again, Sylvia, I'm sorry, I can't apologize enough for springing my family on you and not preparing you for all this crazy.
Again and again, I'm a therapist. I love crazy.
I'm gonna take a quick shower, freshen up before dinner.
I'll join you.
Mom would kill us both.
And I guess things are stressful enough around here with just one funeral going around. 3 might be pushing it.
I don't know. I think this family could probably handle that.
The lighting changes to denote a change in location. We hear the sounds of a busy bar in the early 1940s, jazz music playing, people chattering in the background. Rodney was a bartender back then.
Lenore, we thought you weren't coming out tonight.
No, I'm here looking for Brenda, her mother. So many army men here tonight, it's wild! Brenda, your mother wants you to come home. What the hell? I told her I was hanging out with you. Yes, I know. Might have told me ahead of time. Yeah, I probably should have. Oopsies! Oh. How was she gonna have a drink tonight?
We had to cut her off.
She can't go home in this condition. Her mother will kill her.
Right. Black coffee?
Rodney hands Brenda a cup of coffee.
I hate coffee. Drink it. That guy! That guy over there! What about he and his buddy got the biggest kick out of the trick I showed them before.
Trick?
I undid his fly with just my pinky finger.
What? You can do that?
Brenda, have you just completely lost your mind or something? Don't get so stuck up. You're the one who taught me how to do that.
Really?
Please don't listen to her. She's drunk. Maybe she hit her head too and is delirious.
Maybe. Lenore, I think she's gonna do it right.
Here's Rodney, come here.
I better go check on that table over there. These guys are starting to look angry.
Isn't this great? It's like the good old days. You and me hanging out, carefree, no responsibilities. Have a child at home who wakes up in the middle of the night. If she wakes up and I'm not there, well, it isn't pretty. Let your mother deal with it. Seriously, let my mother deal with it. Then I would get lectured the next day about what a bad mother I am. No, thank you. That is why I only go out with you once a week. So, we went out 2 nights ago. Now let's go. No! I'm not kidding here. My mother already thinks that it's a bit much that I go out once a week with you. Then Dad tells her to stop it. I like your father. Yes, everybody does. Seriously, can't we stay here a little bit longer? All these guys are being shipped off in a couple of weeks. Brenda. Lenore, it's our
patriotic duty to see these privates. Why do you hate America? Fine, we'll stay a little bit longer, but just to get you in better shape before your mother sees you. You are a true red, white, and blue American after all.
Seriously, I'm not cleaning that up.
You knew how drunk she was getting, and you work here.
They don't pay me enough.
Lenore, I hate to be a party anymore, but this place is kind of filthy. Did you see what some vagrant did back there behind the bar? Oh, there you are. I promised you a dance.
Your friend's quite the character over there.
Yeah, loads of fun.
She undid my friend's supply just for making. Impressive trick.
Yeah, I taught her to do that.
Really? Prove it.
No, time enough for this.
My name's Tony, by the way.
Lenore.
Loud in here tonight.
Yeah, they usually get a good crowd like this.
No, I don't like it.
So you're on your own?
A couple of my buddies dragged me here and they scored, so I kind of left it stranded.
Lovely.
How about you? What brings you here?
My friend's mother was phoning up now that I can give her and bring her home for us.
Bad news. I think you failed in your mission, soldier.
I'm going to get her back home.
No, I can.
Lenore, looks like a guy is interested in us. Looks like Errol.
He's not too young for me.
Nobody's suggesting you spend the rest of your life with him. But would it hurt you to spend a little time with him? Let him sweep you off your feet. Nothing.
I'm only 24.
You'll be 25 in a couple weeks.
Okay, yes, it does look a little bit like Errol Flynn. Why do I look like I'm being tight? Wait, no, Roddy, I am a widow with a small child.
Lenore, live a little. Now, let's get you home before you do any more damage.
Wait, how old are you?
17.
You look a little young to me, aren't you?
Yeah, normally you have to be 18, but my mother signed a consent form for me to enlist now.
I meant you look young. Wait, sorry, I didn't mean to.
Stan thinks the military will toughen me up and make a man out of me.
Stan?
He's kind of like a father figure to me.
Actually, I need back home.
Want me to walk you back?
That's okay, I drove down here.
Oh. Okay.
Wait, didn't you say your friends left you here?
Yeah, they did.
Do you have a way to get back home then?
I can call a cab.
No, I can give you a ride.
I can't impose like that, no.
You're not imposing, not at all.
Okay.
The lighting returns to normal.
You have a flat of your own?
No, I'm currently staying with my parents. Actually, my daughter and I are both living there.
You married? Is he overseas?
No.
Oh God, I'm not crying too much, am I? Sorry, I'm not judging. My mother was a single parent. Dad ran out right after I was born.
No, it wasn't like that. My husband died.
I'm sorry for your loss. You just seem too young to be a widow, I guess. I always picture some gray-haired woman dressed in all black living in a Gothic mansion on a hill.
Oh, well, my parents and I live in a Gothic mansion on the hill.
Really?
No, I'm just messing with you. Sorry.
No, it's fine. How old are you?
24. Funny, I was your age when I married my husband.
So, what are your folks like?
Dad runs his own furniture business. Mom runs, well, she basically runs everything. Sometimes I find her a tad overbearing.
I feel that way about Stan.
Oh?
Rodney and Doug are now outside, sitting on the tree stump in the middle of a conversation. Everyone else is still inside the house, unaware of where the two men are.
So when did it start?
When we were 11. It was just touching at first, then other things. I didn't realize what we were doing until one day a bully at school asked if I liked anal. I asked my brother, who then told me how gays have sex. And that was what we and Julie were doing. So I told Julie, hey, you realize we're doing homo stuff?
What did Dooley say?
He told me since that neither of us were gay, it didn't count.
So then what happened?
I told him we should probably stop. He said that if I didn't want to do it anymore, he would tell everyone it was my idea. And since he was into sports and a normal guy, things that I was into all the girly shit, nobody would believe. He instigated it.
So it continued.
For another year or so. Shit. And I was so desperate to be straight then. It's why I dated Lenore's friend Brenda for a while.
You dated Brenda?
I was in such deep denial. I never had an erection until Julie. Well, my first time masturbating by myself. I was thinking about what Julie would do to me. It was a physical sensation that just felt good, but bad at the same time. It tainted my first few sexual encounters. So I couldn't help but think maybe I was asking for it. Like I deserved it.
You weren't asking for it. Nobody deserves to be pressured and forced into doing sexual acts, especially when they're kids. You know, Sylvia's a therapist. You might be able to talk to her about all this.
I'm fine. Thank you, though. And I now know I wasn't asking for it. I didn't deserve what Julie did.
Okay.
And eventually I told my parents, not to the full extent of what we had done. They believed me. His parents, of course, did not. And Julie and I never spoke again. I've never spoken about this with anyone since then. Wow. It's like a weight has been lifted off my shoulders. Thank you for everything.
Oh, there you are. Dinner's ready.
What's going on, Rodney?
Oh, his girlfriend just dumped him.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't even aware you were seeing anyone.
Well, it wasn't
She was ravishing. But I told him, there'll be others.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you know our Rodney. Ever the ladies' man.
Yes, indeed. Any woman who wouldn't appreciate Rodney's a fool. And you should pay her no mind.
Well, let's go eat. I'm famished.
Mother and Lydia head back towards the dining room table. And you thought he was gay.
Hey, I got your back.
Doug and Rodney continue into the dining room. Lenore and Mother exit into the kitchen and come out bringing some food and setting it on the table. Howard, Sam, and Sylvia all enter and seat themselves. Mother and Lydia sit. Rodney and Doug now also sit. Mother folds her hands in prayer. Everyone else follows her lead.
Bless us, O Lord, and these thy gifts, which we're about to receive from thy bounty through Christ our Lord.
Amen.